Greetings traders, I welcome you to this wonderful video. This is Fortizo Trading Institution. I just want to briefly explain to you how you can analyze the market to get a high profitability entries. So before we get started, please just support the channel by hitting the subscription button. That will mean a lot to me. It is still a new channel, so make sure that you hit that subscription button and support what you are doing. So let's get started. So what you need to know as a trader when you analyze the market, it is that it is not only you who are trading, and it is not your effort that makes the market to move. That the first step that you need to know, that it is not your power that makes the market to move. So there are some people who are trading, bigger boys who are having more money than we have to move the market. So you need to first understand that it is not about you, it is not about your friend, it is not about your father. It is about the big boys who are putting millions and billions in the market. So those are the people who are moving the market. So what you need to know is that for you to analyze clearly, you need to study the mind of the people who move the market. These big boys, the people with huge amounts of money. You need to focus on what they are thinking. You need to be a person who stand in their toes. So make sure that when you trade, you do not focus on what your friend is telling you, but you think on what banks are doing, on what corporations are doing, and on what other institutions like funds or capitals or maybe big companies who are participating in the market. You need to think on what they are doing. So what you need to know is that I heard a lot of people saying the banks are trading so and so, the banks, they need our money, the banks, they are doing this. What you need to know is that the banks, they participate in the market to maintain the economy, not to make money, to maintain the economy. So they are not here to make money or to take someone's money. If you are to understand clearly, there is no one in the market who is against someone. There is no one who is against someone. Here you are against yourself, you are against your knowledge. So when you lose in the market, you need to know that it is not because of your broker, it is not because of someone else, but it is because of you yourself. It is self-destruction that happens here. So you need to focus on the mindset of the big boys who are trading in the market. You need to focus on how they think, on how they look at opportunities. So for an example, I will give you just one principle that will help you here. I will speak about strength and correlation. What you need to first understand as a trader, before you take your trade, you need to understand the strength. I always say this in my videos. You need to understand the strength and correlation. You need to understand the strength and correlation. When I'm talking about the strength, I'm talking about the power. Where is the power? Is the power on the bulls or the power on the bears? That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about correlation, I'm talking about the relationship between other pairs, the relationship between other pairs. So when I analyze the market, I'm just going to show you, this is how I analyze the market. Like I open a lot of pairs depending on the pair that I'm analyzing. For an example, here I was dealing with the Australian dollar, so I open all the major pairs which are paired with the Australian dollar, and I analyzed them by first looking at the correlation and the strength. For an example, let's say maybe if I'm looking forward to buy, let's say I want to buy the Aussie. So what I need to understand is that I need to make sure that in all these charts, the market is showing signs of strength. In all this chart, I want to see the Aussie showing signs of strength. Then I will know that my signal of buying is safe, or it is a good signal. So that's what you need to know when you analyze. You do not just have to maybe open GBP Aussie and say okay, I am waiting for a pullback. I will be buying somewhere here when the market move up. You draw your resistance that will change to become support, or you draw your supporting trend line and say, okay, I'm waiting for this reversal that will happen here. It is not enough. You need to focus on what other pairs, as far as the Aussie is concerned, what other pairs are telling you. For an example here, you will see that okay, the Aussie, if we are to look here, the Aussie was weak. If we are to look here, the market is just in a range. If you are to look here, the market is in a range. Here, the market is in a range. Here, the Aussie has been strong. So you see that there is no conclusion about the Aussie. There is no conclusion at all. So it is very, very dangerous to take a decision in this currency because there is no conclusion across the market. So this is how you can apply correlation. Check what other pairs are telling you. Then you need to know that, okay, if other pairs are telling you that, okay, the Aussie is strong or the Aussie is weak, if all are saying the Aussie is weak, it is safe for you to buy. But if the pairs are not agreeing, they are not correlating, it is very, very dangerous. So thank you once again. Remember to hit that subscription button, and thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.